What's up, everybody? I'm back once again to do another review and get my thoughts and opinions on this movie, and I'm going to talk about Friday. It's a 1995 comedy dramedy directed by F. Gary Gray, I haven't seen a lot of his movies lately. Uh, I haven't seen a lot of his movies. His two of his bet. I think one of his other best besides Friday was Set It Off. That was good. And his latest was Straight Outta Compton, which I recently saw. Okay, before I get into this, shout out to my man Review King MB, Mike, and Ramarat for Life, Matt. Yeah, I appreciate the inspiration, guys. That means a lot to me to do this. Okay, so anyways, let's get into Friday. The plot starts off with Craig and Smokey, played by Ice Cube and Chris Tucker. They spend the majority of the day, which is Friday, sitting on the porch doing nothing, some smoking weed and bullshitting, and well, what it is, and the main plot is okay. Smokey's a drug dealer, right? He's a drug dealer, and he what happens is that when he finds out that he owes his drug supplier $200, he owes $200 to his drug supplier. Him and Craig have to come up with the money, or they will get killed. Plot sounds simple enough, does it? So and what I thought of this movie is, love this movie. What can I say? I love this fucking movie. It's awesome, you know. And now I'll talk about the characters. Ice Cube is Craig. He's pretty much he's the main character. He's the protagonist. And and I like Ice Cube. As this character, and he plays it pretty straight. He does play this character pretty straight. Yeah. He got fired from his job. So like as I said, explained a moment ago, he's sitting on the porch with his buddy, Smokey, who I'll get to in a sec, doing nothing, just bullshitting and smoking weed. And yeah, it's not much to say about it, except he plays the character pretty straight. Plays it straight. And then you have Chris Tucker as Smokey. Man, he is not just funny, he's just hilarious. This guy had me dying. He had me and pretty much in most of the scenes, the lines in his dialogue just had me laughing my ass off. I can't get enough of this guy. Chris Tucker's a great actor. He's a hell of an actor, a comedian. Yeah, if I remember searching correctly, correct me if I'm wrong, if you're watching this, he did stand-up comedy, probably. I guess him doing stand-up comedy is what made his career on films. And other films along with it, before and after this. Yeah, love the guy. Chris Tucker is the show stealer. I'm sorry, but if you disagree with me, that's cool. It's each his own. But my point of view, Chris Tucker steals the show. And out of all the other actors, as far as John Witherspoon as Craig's father, and I forgot who played. I forgot her. I can't pronounce her name right. But she played the mom, and Regina King plays Craig's sister, Dana. She's hot. And Nia Long as Debbie, the girl next door, who Craig really likes. Craig really likes her, but he's got this other girlfriend, Joy, played by Paula J. Parker, who I've seen in a few movies as well. And she's like his girlfriend Joy's a straight up bitch. She's a straight up insecure bitch. She's only in 2 scenes though, so I'm glad they didn't use too much of her. She's not part of the main plot. So. And I'm saving the best for last. And every character in this movie is just likable characters, and You know, when Craig and Smokey are sitting on the porch, like I said, doing nothing, so bullshitting. You know, they see like they see crackheads, like stealing shit in people's houses and whatnot. You see the other hot milf across the street, who's getting banged by this sleazy preacher, whoever played a cameo done by Bernie Mac. And and so and a lot of shit going on a lot of shit going on in the neighborhood, in that neighborhood, it's South Central, Crenshaw, whatever, But it made me laugh. It just made me laugh, Just, but again, Chris Tucker steals the fucking show. This guy is hilarious. I can't get enough. I couldn't get enough of this guy. Okay, now getting to the best part is Debo, played by Tommy Lister Jr. And man, this guy is the best and the most iconic movie villains, that ever stepped foot in this type of movie. He's fitting. Debo's a neighborhood bully. He's a neighborhood bully who's known for jacking people and shit. He's known for stealing shit. Or forcefully getting people to give him what he wants. Like whether it's money, whether it's jewelry, and whatever. I'm telling you, this guy's pretty scary to look at. And this guy is a no nonsense villain. He's one of the best movie villains. That's ever come across. And I like one scene where in the third act of the movie, the final act in the movies, where the whole neighborhood's like coming like the whole neighborhood's attention was drawn by gunshots, drawn by gunfire. Again, who Smokey's drug supplier, Big Worm, who threatens to kill him and Craig if they didn't come up with his money. So so Big Worm sent his boys out to go after Craig and Smokey. I almost said Day Day. That's in the next movie, which is okay, but sucked on a few levels, which I will get to in the next video. So so Big Worm made an attempt on Craig and Smokey's lives, for not coming up with his money. And go from that, and it transitions to, like Debo being confronted by not only Debbie, played by Nia Long, who he smacks to the ground, to Craig standing up to Debo. Craig is the first guy to stand up to Debo. And it engages into a fist fight, which looks pretty realistic, by the way. None of that, no special effects, none of that crap you see in movies these days, which, something's good. But, the fight was well choreographed and looks realistic. The fist fight looks pretty fucking realistic. And, from the beginning, like, Debo pretty much dominated the first half of the fight, don't get me wrong. Ice Cube's character Craig was holding his own. He seemed like he was holding his own. He didn't only use his fist to kick Debo's ass, to beat Debo's ass. He used other objects. Yeah, because Debo's a bigger guy. He's got to be like six something, 7 something. If I'm not mistaken. Correct me. Correct me if I'm wrong about Debo's height. So, so Debo's he's a big dude. So he had the upper hand, basically. At the end, Craig kicked the crap out of Debo, kicked the shit out of Debo at the end. Even though he all it took was a brick, a garbage can, and a 2x4, but he got the job done. So, anyways, Yeah, I think it's going to be a short review because what more to talk about? What more is to say about this movie? It's great. It's awesome. I love this movie. The acting is great from everyone. The characters are likable. The characters are very likable, even though Debo may be a dick, but he's likable. He's also likable. And, what kind more I can say about, and Debo's pretty scary. He's scary to look at, if imagine, just imagine if I bumped into Tommy Lister Jr. in the street or someplace else. I'm thinking, oh shit, it's Debo. And I'm like, I can't help but think of his character in this movie. Instead of calling him Tommy, I'm calling him Debo. But anyways, this is a short review, but what more I can say about it? I love this movie. I enjoyed it. Unlike the other two movies that came in after this is the movie you want to see. You know what I'm saying? This is the movie that this is a must see movie. If you haven't seen it, where the hell have you been? Check it out. Must see. It's probably posted on YouTube. I wouldn't. If it's posted up on YouTube, it doesn't surprise me. So those are my thoughts and opinions on what I thought of Friday. And I give Friday, I give it about. I really don't have any complaints about this movie, really. And and I love the soundtracks. I love the soundtrack. Soundtracks are great too. Friday by Ice Cube, was playing in the end credits, and Keep the Heads Ringing by Dr. Dre was in the middle where Craig and Smokey were driving to the store. Yeah, so that's my review. That's my opinions, my thoughts on what I love this movie. Loved it, enjoyed it, and I give it 5 stars. 5 stars. This is my review. And once again, shout outs to my man's Review King and B and Rambo Raft for life if you're watching this. So thanks for watching. Leave your comments below. And tell me what you think of the film if you saw it. If you haven't seen this movie, check it out. Must see. So thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, and until next time.